Hi, Steve here. Welcome to Aussie Dog Rated Markets. This is a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet which does the Australian Greyhound racing. It has rated prices, so instead of giving the dogs a rating, it gives them a price rating so that you can see the value to non-value. So that's why it's called Rated Markets. And it is a tool for working the rated prices, also for dutching, and also isolating the price range of dogs that you'd like to bet in. And every race has its own separate worksheet. So let's start and click on the spreadsheet. Okay, here we are in the cockpit where we can drive this machine. Here we have our Dutch settings. So at the moment we can set a total spend per race to $10. We can have rounding or no rounding. If we're using TAB or bookies, we might want to use rounding. The Dutch limit is how much of the market do we want to be in our Dutch, and we set it at 70%. And new market reduction. Presently, we like to use 80% of the rated market. So by putting 20 there, the market reduction we're reducing the market from 100 down to 80. Okay, you can alter and change that, but if you do these settings first before you import the data and create the sheets, because that input you've just put here will go onto every sheet down the bottom, and like there can be 120, 130 sheets depending on how many races there are. Okay, so once we've done that, is we can click on delete the sheets, and then we make sure that the date's right, 24th of July. And then we import the data. So what it's now doing, it's importing all the data, all the fields with their rated price, etc. Once we've done that, we just click on create the sheets, and now if you look down the bottom here, you'll see soon every individual race will have its own sheet with its own pricing, and I'll open one of them shortly. Also, we have got summary sheets, one summary sheet for Dutch, one summary sheet for top dog ratings in the price gap that you want. But just won't take long for these fields to add. It's very quick depending on your internet speed, and we will be set up ready for the day's racing. Okay, it's just jumped straight to the summary, but if we look down the bottom here, we can just go to click on the first one, and we have got Cannington Race 1. So this is a race in Perth. And we can see here we've got the meeting, the race. This is a maiden race, the race number, which is 1, and the name of the dog, and the number, and then we've got the rated price. So we can see here West on Cobra is price rated at 4.72. That's what the ratings give its ability. It's a 4.72 in the market. That's what it should be quoted at. Then we have if it's running, yes or no, and the percentage of the market. The new market is set at 80%. This is the price, the new price here at $3.78 is the reduced market price. And we use this when we're setting up our Dutches. Now let's quickly just set up a Dutch. We've got a hide button here which we can just hide, and then we can go to our current prices. And for our current prices, we quote the price here. That is the 80% price, because what that will do is that will give us a stake that we want. And we'll just go one more here for a minute. Okay, so these are going to be in our Dutches. So yes, and the fourth one there we're going to have as a saver bet, an insurance. Okay, so we've got an insurance bet there. And this is our staking here. It's giving us our final staking that we should put on. Now we can put this on. I use Betfair, so I put this on. I use my Easy Bet bot. I put it on to be actioned about 15 seconds before the start of the race. We don't know if the price is going to be these prices here, but hopefully it will be higher. If they are higher, we'll make more money. If they're lower, we'll make less money. But we can also manually adjust. So we might want to put another $1 on that top horse, on that top dog, and we can manually adjust, and the stake gets manually adjusted. Okay, up here we have some figures which are quite important. Is the percentage of the Dutch is 68%. We don't like going over 70%, but we can see here another figure and the second Dutch box, and this is pretty important because it tells us, without even going into the race, what the top 3 dogs, what percentage of the market they are. So if I go to Cannington Race 3, we can see there it's 57%. If we go to the next one, it's 68%. Okay, now we get a red, in Cannington Race 4, we get a red box there. It says 75%. The top 3 dogs in the market are over 70%. So we don't even have to put any figures in to know that it's probably a race we don't want to get involved in because the Dutch percentage is too high. Okay, so that Dutch percentage is taken from the price figures here, the new price figures. But you can look at, we've got plenty of instruction, a video and that on it, which is attached to the help button. If you click on the help button, it'll take you to the tutorial video. So I don't want to get too involved in just showing you what this can do. So we can go through each individual races and do our own. If we click on the hide button, as I said, it brings us closer. Show, if we only want to bet 1 or 2 dogs, we can do so here in this section. We also have, so we have every race like that in a work tab, but we also have the summary, which gives us a summary of the races that meet the criteria up the top here. Okay, so we can work from this sheet if we want to, rather than going through the individual sheets. But we may have a race where, say in Dapto Race 5, we want to see a bit more of this race, because at the moment it's only showing us three dogs. We can right click, and if I just go down a bit lower here so we can see, we've got this go to the dog, and it'll take us to that work tab so we can find out a bit more about the, as we can see, it's very even racing there between 636 and 781 for the top 6 dogs, are all within $1.50 of each other from the top to the bottom. So we can use that there. We've got the quick locate down here so we can quickly go back to our summary. So we've got a summary sheet which we can work from here. We can print it off as a PDF if we want a hard copy and follow it when we're away from the computer if we want to. We've got market reduction, and that we can do within this. The other tab we have is the top rated dog. The top rated dog is an excellent dog tab if you just want to bet dogs. Say for example you might want to bet any dog that's from 150 to 250. You might want to be right into the short market. So when we click on that, now these races are the races that have the first rated dog is between 150 and 250. Whatever you have as a minimum price, if there's a dog below that minimum price, then that race won't be shown. Okay, so for example, if we have 2.95 and 3.95 and we click update. Now if there's a, say for example in race 5 we've got Mambo Manelli at 326, that is the top rated dog in that race. If there was a dog under 295, it won't show here. That race won't show. So you don't have a fear of thinking, okay, I like Mambo Manelli, and then see that there's a dog rated under 295. That won't happen. If this race 5 shows a dog, then you can guarantee there's no dogs rated underneath it in price. Okay, so then you've got this worksheet you can work from here. If you can pick out dogs that you want to, you may want to pick out dogs that you only can get, you want to get over this value. This is the 100% rated price of what the rating thinks that dog's price should be. So you might want to try and get over that rated price. So on Brown's Boy, for example, it might be showing 350. Well, then you may choose that's not good value. You may choose not to bet on it. It's up to you. Or you may just want to bet on them all and then use a staking plan later on if you need to increase some profit, get some profit back. So that is the top dog summary, and that is the Dutch summary. So this is Australian Dog Rater. Very good spreadsheet with good ratings in it. The top 2 in this these ratings do extremely well. and as I said, you can use it as the worksheet to do the summaries, top rated, or you can do individual races as you go. It's up to you. You can change the specifications. You can change from a total spend to a profit target for the Dutch betting in this sheet here. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so that is the sheet. It's a great sheet to use. Have a lot of fun with it. We had a lot of fun building it, and I hope you see some merit in it. So on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve, I hope you get involved in Aussie Dog Rating. And remember, if you're in the UK, our best racing starts at about 9 o'clock in the morning, UK time, through to about 3:30 UK afternoon. So plenty of time to get involved in the racing if you're in the UK and Ireland. And also there's a link on the site below where you can actually listen to the races in some great detail. Okay, thanks again. Wish you all the best. Cheers.